is Rachel Gava. I'm 20 years old. I stay in Waterfalls. I do disaster management.
I'm Osisimoto, a student at USET.
My name is Progress Mshangai. I live in Budiriro Cabs. I'm currently doing criminology in society.
Donzi Evans Chinengundu. I'm party 2 doing biochemistry.
In Indonzi Ivai, Dogaraku Bresite. Dream student by USET.
My name is Kodakwashem Sesengwa and I'm based in Mtare, but currently I stay with my sister in Maybrin. And I'm a marketing student at the University of Zimbabwe, Part 2.
My name is Nyasha Miona Mjati. I'm a student at USET, currently doing child development and psychology. I live in Chitungwiza.
My name is Ashwin Mubako. I'm doing electronics and telecommunications technology here at the University of Zimbabwe.
So I'm Millicent Kabambe. I stay in my avenues and I'm doing physiotherapy.
I'm Athanasius Beloved, or the Rocket, that's my nickname, Banda. Me at USET Part 2, doing media and marketing communications, and I stay in Mandara.
My name is Esther Mvukirwa. I'm doing multilingual communication at USET.
Inini nonzi Tatenda Chimweru. Drogara kukamusuma section 3 ndiri student by USET.
I'm more blessing Banda. I'm doing media and marketing communications. I stay in Mount Pleasant Heights.
My name is Taida Grayson Pof, Part 3 student medicine at USET. Currently I'm staying in Mount Pleasant.
I'm Eunice Promise Mdare. I'm doing GIS and death observation. I stay in Mount Pleasant Heights.
Transport ikunetsa kunyanya pakubva kumba kupinda mutown iri kudhura sekwedu Waterfalls to town is $50 or $2 kupinda mutown because mazupco anenge asingabatike makuseni ana echikoro maticha vekumabasa nesu vekumakoleji tese tinenge tichitodawo kuenda kuchikoro nemazupco makuseni saka mazupco anoita mashoma oenda apo akuenda kumushikashika yema$2.
Students akawanda vari kufesa machallenges akawanda panyaya dzetransport because to and from it seems as if transport yacho shoma plus sometimes zvikuita kunge mabhazi acho anenge achidhura dzimwe nguva mazupco acho anombonzi auye pamwe pacho anomboitwa overcharged nevanhu vacho vemaprivate combis nemataxis saka I think zviri kuaffecta mastudents akawanda.
Transport iri kunetsa kuenda zvese nekudzoka ameno pressure dziri kungoitika plus haisitombowanika in time saka transport mawani.
Transport is really a challenging issue, especially when you are coming from home and going to school every day. As for me, I have to come from Highfields and get into town. Then from town, I come to school. Then the same way when I'm going home. So I'll need $50 from Highfield to town. Then also probably $1 from town to here at the university. Then another $1, then another $50. That's approximately what is it? $5, right? Per day. Imagine. And that's a lot of money if you are coming to school every day. So it's really a challenge.
Hey, transport iri kunetsa shame. Because come to think of it, kuchitungwiza kunoita $2 on a normal day. Now that kuti ukasike kuya kuya kuchikoro manje unofanira kutobata kana $3 kuti upinde mutown. Wapinda mutown pana resenta pane munhu semunhu kuti uzobata time manje lectures is something else saka zvinhu zvacho zviri kunetsa.
Oh gosh, transport situation is a situation need to be dealt with. It's not only affecting me, neither is it only affecting students, but the system as a whole is being affected, from the lecturer to the student to the list, long queues sometimes. Actually, I bought 2 combis a day for me to reach in 2 bags, which make them 4. At the amount, I don't mind mentioning, but the thing is, transport is a situation.
Transport iri kunetsa kubva kubudiriro cabs kusvika mutown. Transport inonetsa kubva mucabs kune ZUPCO 1 ofishi wakatongoshaya ZUPCO iroro zvenge zvakutonetsa mishikashika iri kuita $2 ofishi mari tenge tisina saka zvakaoma then kuzopa kana rizende kuuya kutown it's okay but then still panenge pachingone malaini kuti mushikashika chacho tunotombodhura then kudzokera pakudzokera ndo pane nyaya because kubva kumarket kune ZUPCO 1 rinouya manheru ofichi mushikashika yacho hakutomborina saka unotozogona kutokwira mota dzekubudiriro 5 then wozobva kubudiriro 5 wakuenda kuCabs saka dzedza mota 3 per day of which is too much expensive.
Transport situation right now as we commute from the university to home, then from our homes back to school, it's very stressful, especially in the morning and during the evening. When we are going back home, the transport prices are very high that we are ending up using alternative transport like lorries and trucks. We bought them on shika, which is very risky.
From where I stay, continue transport to come to use at Panas. Because kuna resende where there are buses, like my long queues. And then Panasa Pacho, I have to like pay double that nobody kuna resende. And then after school, usually my long queues, I end up in around 6, around 4.
The last time that I went home, it was so much troublesome for me to come back. Why? Because I had to pay $50. Then I can only imagine that if I had reached that point with only $1, that meant I was going to sleep in town. So trying to involve other people in this situation, I can only imagine what other guys are going through, especially those who are staying from other communities that are far away from Mount Pleasant, but they're coming to come back to school.
Our transport situation is we come with private omnibuses. We pay them for a month because the ZUPCO, there are no ZUPCOs that will take us here. They will take us town, then from town to here. So that will take much of time. So we find private and then they transport us from here and then they come and take us back home.
Ndikunonoka kuchikoro nekuti mabhazi mashoma kubva kulocation kwendinogara saka ndizokwanisa kunonoka kuya kuzobata malectures. Ndinokwira makombi 2 kusvika kuno kuUZ. Pamwe pachona kana ndashaya ZUPCO ndotokwira mushikashika ndotokwira $2 saka mari inozoita shoma kuti ndiwane. I failed to afford that money.
It's quite hard. The challenge is about the rising of the money for the bus fare, yet you'll be trying to catch up for the lectures.
As it says right now, as a country, our public transport is not convenient for students so far, so it has also affected me. For example, if I want to get to town, transport is not always readily available for me, so I might miss something important in town. And also if I get to town, if I want to buy something in town, then when it's time to come back, I might not make it in time to come back to campus to attend my studies. And also currently I'm also having my studies at Barinyato Hospital. So if I miss the bus which the university is providing, and I can't get public transport in time so that I can catch up with my classmates who would have gone to Barinyato with the bus.
Zvinokuaffecta pakuti kana usina mari $2 yekupinda mutown uchamirira ZUPCO. Wozosvika futi pana Ruzende omirira rimwe ZUPCO otononoka kuma-lectures. Say this block kuma-lectures edu akutanga na8. Saka kana ukatotadza kubata 7 wamutown, it means wakutononoka kulecture.
It has affected my studies very much negatively because I'm not getting enough time to study. I'm getting maybe 1 hour of study at most. Because most of the times when I get home I will be tired and I will have to wake up very early in the morning, go and queue up for the ZUPCO buses.
Zvinhu zvinotononodza especially kuma-lectures. Apatombona kana chinhu chiri positive pakunetsa kwetransport. Ma-lectures zvinonoka kusvika utokurumbidza kubva futi kuti uende paline reZUPCO apo. Saka plus futi papressure tiri kuva ungoenga chinja kuchadambuka kana kuti chii saka hapana chikumbobuda.
The studying time is being affected. The concentration span, I can simply say the focus part is being disturbed.
Affect my education nokuti unobva kumba handiti then unomira pabus stop. Pabus stop unogona kumira kana 2 hours pasina kana mota iri kutombouya. Ofishi kwacho kutononoka kuma-lectures. And then pakudzokera kumba is an obvious case kuti ukusvika manheru. Unosvika kuma8 hauchatombosvika uchiverenga, wakungosvika uchirara, saka hatina kana time yengoverenga. And then unenge uchinonoka futi kuma-lectures.
Of course, because iwo kana uchibva kunhu kwakaita kunge kuchitungwiza, you need to come every day and you are paying more than $8 to and from Chitungwiza every day. It means my days I have to miss. Saka, obviously it will affect my studies.
That affected to a greater extent because this block to start my lectures at 8 manje kuti ubve kuchitungwiza kwagara kutori kure transport yacho yotokunetsa unomira kana an hour pabus stop sati wana transport wozomira futi kana for another 30 minutes pana rizende unenge watogara watononoka already.
As I said, you be late for lectures, and that on its own is going to make you miss out on some very important information. And also, when you are coming from home and you've had the struggle of looking for transport, you arrive late and you need to rest and be stable in the mind. And it will take time for you to actually stabilize and start concentrating in class. So that's the challenge. And that in turn causes you to lose out and even lowers your grades. So yeah, it really affects a lot.
If you leave here at 5, you get home late and you still want to cook and then study, so it takes much time.
Kudzidza kwangu zviri kundiafecta nekuti ndiri kunonoka kuuya kuchikoro, ndiri kunonoka kubata malectures, pamwe mota dzinenge ndahaijeka dzinenge ndakwira dzokwanisa kufa, saka ndiri kunonoka kusvika kuchikoro, zviri kundiafecta. Pamwe ndototadza kana kuuya kuchikoro nekuda kwemamiro ari kuita transport.
It affects our studies because you leave the modules or the lectures earlier because you try to catch up with the buses. So it affects us because you will not get everything you want to learn from the lectures.
About the study thing, like currently we're actually coming from a lecture and just looking around, the room was empty. This is definitely one of the reasons why. Because like parents are really starving, bro. They're so much starving. They can actually give $1.50 to a kid, but they don't have bread at home. You see, the economy that we are facing, what we have right now, is so much serious. You get it? So that means a kid is not going to come to school. And at the end of the day, he's going to fail. They're going to fail. And the failing, who are you going to blame it to? You end up blaming them, but no. Something has to be sorted out.
I'm doing medicine. It's a demanding program, so I need time to read. So most of my time is now being consumed chasing public transport, chasing time so that I get back to campus on time to start reading. Also, when you are being pegged in public transport, I'm sure most can give an inside view. Those who have used the public transport, we are pegged in such a way that by the time you get to your destination, you will be tired. All the energy you would have needed to read is gone now.
The transport system is not convenient. Can I stop at a lecture? I can't be sure I'm going to make it on time. Of which sometimes they name in class. Saka, it's a very big issue in Logazero as soon as possible.
Kufunga kuti transport irufana kuenda pa normal price. Whether mshika kana kuti ZUPCO kana kuti chinga imwenda pa normal price. Handiziva kuti zvingagadziswe sei. But transport ikamwenda pa normal price kana kuti kana vazvitadza zvekuti mshika ichipe mazupco acho ngaachiwanda.
I think ZUPCO as a sole provider of public transport would actually partner up with other private sectors or those who had combis before the ZUPCO was the sole provider. So that there's plenty of combis, for example, there's plenty of buses. I'm sure there are companies who are willing to provide buses so that there won't be shortage of those vehicles. So that as time goes on, everyone will be happy with the situation on the ground. Because as it stands right now, a few are happy. Mostly, I can say maybe those who can get into the bus without standing my queues and stuff. But for us who are standing my queues, we are having it hard. So I am encouraging if whoever has control to the public system transport, ZUPCO should actually partner up with other private companies and make sure this situation is improved.
The solution is that they should bring more commuter omnibus or buses so that they are reliable every time.
So I think it's wise for UZ to cater for those people. Maybe it can introduce a particular transport system that is entitled to the school. They can hire combis or buses to ensure that each and every kid reach home safe and sound. Because like they want to come to school, but they can't come. And if they don't come, their grades are just going to fall. And it's going to be disastrous to our education system, especially our grades at the University of Zimbabwe. Connecting with the transport system, this is one of the SRC thing to do, if I'm not wrong. These guys, they have to do their job. And I hope they're doing their job because I haven't been keeping up with whatever they're doing. But they have to ensure, maybe write down the names of students or come up with a strategy of knowing the student that actually commuting, you get it, so that they'll be in a point to know kuti asvika kumba here kana kuti haana kusvika kumba in a way that is systematic. I don't know, but I'm not doing commuters, but they just have to find a way that makes sure that everyone get home safe and sound.
I think they should have transport that come here and then to one place and ice. That way it will be easier. Someone doesn't have to go to town and then from town to one place and ice.
Ngavasaramidza mapublic transport wokuoparata plafuti mazupco ngaawande plafuti tiri kudawo mabhazi eUZ anouya kutitakura from different locations.
I think the university should just provide students with some buses that will only carry some students from school to town or maybe somewhere.
Well, I was thinking if the government would consider also university students as priority when we are boarding public transport, just like they do to high school students and primary school students. Let them do it also to high school students. Probably if they could say you just produce your school ID, then you can be able to board the ZUPCO, because it's really challenging. And also I think another thing is just to try and regulate and lower the prices of the transport, even the shika ones. At least probably maybe at an affordable price, so that we can all manage to go where we want to go on time. Also, maybe the university can organize transport that comes straight from the university to the low density suburbs like Budiriro, Highfields. They can just organize a few buses, or just one bus for each location if it's okay. I think that would help, because it will make students be able to travel faster.
I think kuti mazupco arifana kuwedzera hanti or else kana tikawanirwa zupco rinotonzi iri specifically rotakura vanhu kuchitungwiza, because the problem iriwo both makuseni nemanheru takudzokera kumba kwacho tinosvika very late after my lectures. Saka I think mazupco akawedzera or tikawanika ari specific kuti from campus tine zupco rinonzi kuenda kuchitungwiza chichichi, that might help.
What I can suggest is if it's possible, mazupco anofana kuwanzwa kuno kuma students, and also if it's possible, the government should also allow my private practitioners kuti vaite vadzoke in the system, so that they can boost the transport system of our nation.
Tichingokumbirawo kuti dai vatiwanzirawo mabhazi kumalocations kwedu, nekuti shuwa ZUPCO 1 rinomirira location yese apa tumshikashika tunenge tichidhura. Saka kuti ZUPCO awedzerwe kumalocations kwedu, then iwo maprice emshikashika dai ambodzikawo anyanya.
Vangotika panouya mabhazi akawanda achingotakura kuti UZ, noti kuti zvekuti rinombotanga ramboenda kana kuti kupi rambodii, kana tongoti time yakati, especially vamwe vanhu vanyatsori affected vanobva manandeza vangaenda kuchitungisa, ungotiwo kune bhazi rekuchitungisa ringotakura vanhu vekuchitungisa chete, kana kuti chakati noti izvi zvekuramba zise pressure kudai soka hapana kana kumbopasa kunoitika pakadai so.
If we can have at least a system of engaging the transport direct from the locations where students are staying, it will be better.
The best one would be to for the university to accommodate more students than vavari accommodate now. But then if they can't do that, they have to make some arrangements ekuti pave an efficient transport system.